Nicky Cruz grew up in a difficult environment in New York City. He was born into a Puerto Rican family living in the Bronx in the 1940s. His parents were struggling to make ends meet, and his father was an alcoholic who was often abusive towards his family. Nicky's childhood was filled with poverty, violence, and neglect. He was exposed to gang activity at a very young age, and he felt hopeless and alone. He was looking for a sense of belonging and purpose in his life, and unfortunately, he found it in the wrong place, joining a gang. He was young and impressionable, and the gang life seemed like a way to escape the hardships of his childhood. Nicky Cruz was once a notorious gang leader in New York City in the 1960s. He was a member of the notorious Mau Mau's street gang, known for their involvement in violence, drugs, and crime. Nicky himself was a violent and dangerous person. He was involved in numerous acts of violence and had a criminal record. He was living a life filled with fear, anger, and hatred. Despite the chaos and violence that surrounded him, Nicky's life changed when he met David Wilkerson, a Christian minister who shared the message of Jesus Christ with him. Nicky threatened to kill Wilkerson the first day the two met. Wilkerson responded to Nicky's threats by telling him, "God has the power to change your life." Nicky cursed, hit Wilkerson, spit in his face, and told him, "I don't believe in what you say and you get out of here." Wilkerson replied, "You could cut me up into 1,000 pieces and lay them in the street. Every piece will still love you." For 2 weeks Nicky couldn't stop thinking about David Wilkerson's words of love, "I love you, Nicky." Wilkerson showed him love and compassion and offered him an alternative to the destructive path he was on. Nicky was touched by his message, and he began to see that there was a different way of living. As Nicky started to explore his faith, he began to see the error of his ways. He realized that he didn't have to continue living a life of violence and crime, and he wanted to leave his old life behind. He turned to God for forgiveness and guidance, and he began to change his ways. Nicky's transformation was not easy. He faced many challenges and obstacles, but he persevered through them with the help of God. He left the gang life behind and began to dedicate his life to sharing his testimony and spreading the message of God's love and forgiveness to others. He wrote several books about his journey, including his autobiography Run Baby Run, which was a bestseller. Nicky's testimony is a powerful reminder that no matter how far we may have strayed, God's love and forgiveness is always available to us. Through his testimony, Nicky encourages others to turn to God, to seek his forgiveness, and to trust in his plan for their lives. He wants others to know that no matter how lost or hopeless they may feel, there is always hope and redemption through Jesus Christ. His story is a powerful testament to the transformative power of God's love and grace, and it serves as an inspiration to many people who are struggling with similar issues. It is a reminder that with God, all things are possible and that He can change anyone's life for the better purpose. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here.